I'm Adam Skelton. I'm going to walk you through opening, unboxing, assembling a JSU with a C, the cart version. And it's pretty similar to all the JSU models. This has a cart. So let's dive right in. I'm here at the Memphis factory, and this is a box just like what you'll get. I asked them not to seal it yet, so that's going to be the only difference. So you'll open your box, and you have some packaging. We've pre-assembled as much as we can the caster base, your basket, your UV bolts, the rod that goes in the caster base. The large end goes down, and it just sets right in there. It's a kind of a pressure fit. There's nothing you have to do special about that. The main head unit, we've already pre-assembled the adjustment rod on it. So to set the basket on, there's an adjustment screw here. Get it on flat, tighten that up. Very important note here. You've got the rod in, you've got the basket in. There is a cap over the top of this push button. This push button is what your lever will do to make your adjustment possible. So be sure to take off this little safety shipping cap and discard it before you put the body of the EDU on this rod. Otherwise, it won't go up and down. And then it just sets right on. And that's it. That's also a pressure fitting. It can come loose, so you just kind of give it a little wiggle and lift it up from that. But generally, if it's on the cart, it's meant to stay on the cart and just roll. In the basket, you also have your light cage. The accessories and the components will be inside the light cage. You'll have your paperwork, your stop safety sign, and your operating manual. The other paperwork, like the runtime suggestion chart and the swabs and the swab sample kit, that'll come separately. You also have an accessory pack, and this is a bulb clip, okay? So I've got some already open over here. Inside your accessory pack is a set of gloves. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. We'll use these gloves to open your bulbs. Now, you don't want to physically touch the bulb itself if you can help it with your fingers to keep the oil off the bulbs. That'll help improve your UV output and the longevity of the bulb. Bulbs go in. It's pretty simple once you've done it a couple of times, but this is where people tend to have some issues. You look for the rounded side of the socket, and you notice that on the socket it has a little clip on the rounded side. There's also a clip on the back end. On the bulb itself, you have a little lip there, and it's important that both front and back are seated in that clip on the socket. So we'll start from an angle on the rounded side. Notice these are oblong shaped pin receivers. So the pins just line up, and you get the bulb underneath that socket clip right there. Hold it down close to the bottom like that. And now I'm just pressing down and in to where it clips into the other side. And it should go in just that simply. Now, if you want to take the bulb out for whatever reason, you just go the other way. It starts and stops on the rounded side. So you hold it close to the bottom and just push down and rotate it back out towards the rounded side. I'll go in one more time. Start in at the rounded side with the clip on the socket, secure over the bulb fitting, and push it down and rotate it in. Should go right in place. And we'll do that with all 4 bulbs. Line them up, get it under the clip. Goes right in. And now after 2, this is where I'll get out this little bulb clip. Okay? You just put it on there. One thing to kind of be cautious of is try not to allow the prong to go in between the barrels of this bulb, because this bridge is the most sensitive part, and that could break the bridge. So you clip those in. There's also these little springs. These are easier to do without the gloves, I'll just tell you. And so that's how one of them goes in. I'll tell you a real quick way how not to break a bulb. See how the end is just kind of open? This is an older box just for the sake of this demonstration. But sometimes if you're holding it like this, these little ends, it'll just slide right out of the box and fall flat. So try to hold it horizontally until you know that you're ready to open it. If you look at the diagram on the front of the box, it shows you how the bulb is inserted into this box with the socket side down. So I always open the socket side of the box, open it, grab it by the socket. And if you feel like you need to, if there's any, construction dust or anything, just wipe it down. Your gloves are clean. And go ahead and install that in there, making sure that it aligns with the clip. Clip it right in. And I give it a little press down at the bottom just to press it in and make sure it's locked in on the clips on the front side and the back side. The fourth bulb, you secure in the clip on the rounded side, pushing down and in towards the center, and then clip it right in. All right. And don't forget the rest of your springs. Put the springs on real fast. These are really for leverage because this is a long 20-inch bulb on a small, just over an inch wide socket. So they all kind of support each other here. Once you put this clip on and you put your basket on, now you can, take this off, and it's one component that you can put in your back seat. You can lay it over sideways. The bulbs do just fine. Now, without that clip, I would not recommend that. You want to try to keep it upright at all times. But with that clip in there, they hold each other together very, very well. So I'm going to set this right down. And this is where you're going to need, this is the only place that you're going to need a tool. It's just a Phillips head screwdriver. You'll have to back the screws out first. And you can do this by hand, but I like power tools. It makes it faster. These are nut certs in this basket. And you just need to tighten it up enough to hold. You don't have to torque it down like it's a engine block or anything. You don't want to strip these out. Now, this is just a matter of preference. When I set this basket down, I like for the handle to align with the screen. So it'll go front or back. But it's just a matter of preference. You could put it any way you want. But we'll set it down on there. And at this point, I could take these gloves off. And this too, you don't have to make it all the way tight because there's a little bit of a slight amount of wiggle room in there. So just snug. See, I want to make it snug on one side that leaves a little bit of gap there, so you can actually leave about 1/8 of an inch between the ring and the basket. Just do it slowly and make sure you don't strip it out. So now, in just a couple of minutes, we've got a fully assembled, ready to go JSU for your sales presentation. And again, just put it into your car. Just step down on the base here and grab it underneath. Give it a little bit of a wiggle and it'll come off here. And take it out to your car. It's got a nice rounded, soft edge on the bottom. You can lay it over. so nothing sharp or anything to damage any seats. Carry it around with you. It's very robust and strong. And to put it back on there, now here's your height adjusting. So then if you want to test, open up your 10-foot cord. And this swivels. This is a really nice feature. I like that it swivels right there. You're not having to move your whole casters around. And again, you can see these casters are locking casters. 3 out of the 4 or 3 out of the 5 are locking to keep it pretty stable. Okay. You have a little protective screen here you can peel off. I'm going to leave this one on for now. Starts with the delay timer. And I always set for 1 minute. The delay is how long does it take you to get out of the room? Generally, when you're ready to operate this, you don't need much more time. You're ready to operate it. Run timer, 5 minutes is a pretty standard rule of thumb. So touch it. And again, this is not like a cell phone screen. There's a slight delay in how it registers your touch. You press set, and now it's ready to start. So you see motion detection here. This is your front motion detector. You also have a motion detector on the back. So unless somebody is just really skinny and intentionally slipping in towards the width of this machine, it's almost impossible to avoid the motion detection. It's very, very sensitive, and it won't start while the motion is being detected. But you press start, and that'll start your countdown from your delay timer. So 5 touches. Set the time, press set on your delay timer, set the time of your run timer, press set, and then press start when you're ready to start your countdown timer. And it'll run through your delay time that you set, and then it'll activate the run sequence. And once the motion is detected, it'll turn off the light for 3 minutes and then automatically start back up to complete the run cycle. These are great recommendations that we really love. One setting here is the home screen. I'm just going to get that back to the home screen so it doesn't try to start up on us. Another thing I'll show you right here, you can set a custom timer for any time you want in whole minute increments. Rotate is for your smaller units. If you wanted to hang it inverted, it'll rotate the screen upside down. So if you ever get an upside down screen, just press that rotate button and it'll get it back to the right screen. But if you have one of the JSU-35 or the standard JSU-95, they have a similar handle that is tucked underneath the unit itself, so that you can actually invert it and hang it from the center of a room from an IV pole. If it was designed with ambulances in mind, and so that's where the function of that rotate screen. These are great for emergency disinfection. Anytime you have a infected dog or a cat in a room and you've done your normal cleaning protocols, run this for the recommended time, and that'll disinfect or inactivate the germs in the air and the surfaces of that room so that you can more confidently walk back in. This is really great for lobbies after hours. And again, this is a no occupied space device, but run it after hours and break down the germs in the air and on the surfaces that pets and people may have left behind in the lobby. And in between surgical, kennels, great. Any of these high-risk spaces where you really need to do a high-level disinfection of the air and the surfaces in the space. So surgical, pre- and post-surgical, operative or observation rooms, especially after infectious or contagious risk there, and after hours routine cleaning. So these are great uses for JSU.